Hello, and welcome to the Resident Evil franchise, and this is going to be the first of a lot of these games. We're going to be starting off with a classic. We're going to be playing the HD remaster of the first Resident Evil. And this is a game I'm really both kind of looking forward to playing and dreading, because it has a lot of like the classic control schemes, tank controls, everything else. Now this version of the game does have some upgrades to it, and it does look a hell of a lot better, and it's a little bit less campy than the original. But it also has a lot of puzzles that are just sort of a nonsense. So, let's just get started with a new game. And I'm hoping that this records right too. I had to do a lot of finagling with OBS to do it right. That's right, so there's actually a new control scheme, so you can play with the tank controls. I'm not going to do that because it's hell on earth. Now, I was actually requested to do a couple of different things for this playthrough. So, what I want to do is we're actually going to be playing this on one of the easier difficulties, like taking a walk. We can relax and enjoy ourselves. The reason we're doing this is because we're going to be playing as the Chris campaign instead of Jill. Now, these are obviously, for anyone who's vaguely familiar with the Resident Evil franchise, these are two of the most common characters in it, as along with Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield, who we'll see when we play the Resident Evil 2 remake. Now, the reason I'm playing as Chris is because I've never actually done his campaign. I was actually looking through, and I have some old saves from like 2 or 3 years ago or something like that, and I had actually played a run as Jill. So I want to see the Chris campaign. His is going to be easier in some ways and harder in others, and have also been specifically requested to use the new models. So we have like the HD versions of the classic models, or we have versions of the Resident Evil 5 models, which this is actually my favorite look for Jill Valentine in the whole series. And, as I think CGO Games called it, Boulder Punch McLarge Huge. I actually just really prefer this look in general, so we're going to go ahead and stick with this one for the run. And let's just get started with a Chris Redfield run of Resident Evil 1. I'm so looking forward to doing this, quite honestly. It's going to just be really great. I'm really hoping that this ends up going a little bit better. Now, full disclosure.
Around the forest zone, situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Found it yet?
No, not yet, Brad. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The Bravo team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo team's helicopter was a derelict. Save for the remaining body of Kevin. We continued our search for the other members, and it turned into a nightmare. Chris, this way. Damn it! Make for that mansion!
God, I mean, that is just such a classic introduction and enter the survival horror, and there is the start of that
There are
phrase.
only 3 S.T.A.R.S members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is.
Barry, I think, was the guy in the red vest with the big-ass revolver.
Is everyone
and
all right?
Barry is fantastic
Barry.
as a character.
Where's Barry?
He's...
No. What was that?
I'll go and check it out.
all right. Jill and I will stay and secure this area.
Chris? Take care.
Yeah.
And here we go. So this will actually be the start of the gameplay. Oh, I mean, that's like the voice acting is campy as all hell, but God, it's so hilarious. So let's see. So obviously we have this. Yeah, this is of course we have like a more modernized control scheme. I can actually wander around properly, and yeah, if I tap that, that's my quick turn. So let's see. Is it? Okay, it's left trigger to aim, and then right trigger to attack. That's not my inventory. What is my inventory button? Y. Okay, so a couple of things to note here. Chris is one of the reasons Chris is tougher is he only has 6 inventory slots, as opposed to Jill, who has 8. I don't know why Chris somehow has less. I mean, just in general, you'd think that he would have the same number of pockets, but I don't know. I guess it's just a difficulty thing. Chris also only starts with a survival knife. He actually doesn't have a pistol yet. Now, Jill starts with a utility item that's different from Chris as well. She starts off with, I think it's like a hairpin or a lockpick or something like that. She can use to open certain doors. Chris has to get these little specialized keys. I'm probably going to end up using them on places I shouldn't, so for those of you who are big fans of the Resident Evil series, I'm sorry, I'm going to probably be a fuck-up at this. But instead, we get a lighter, and the lighter is going to be useful later. We also have defensive items. The defensive items are, I think, yeah, what they are is if you get attacked by zombies, instead of taking the bite, you can, I think they're used automatically. Yeah, what you do is you end up using them to get the zombie off of you. I think Chris gets a flash grenade and like a knife or something that he can use. I think Jill gets a stun gun instead of flash grenades. Yeah, really, really handy to get yourself out of a bad spot. So, also, here we go. These are one of the classic things. These are the ink ribbons, and that's actually how we have to save in this game. We have to pick up physical ribbons to use. Now, that's actually pretty unheard of nowadays, but for a lot of games, that used to be the only way to do it. And that makes this a lot tougher to handle. You only have so many saves. I think there's something like 30 saves in the whole game. Which, yeah, I mean, unless you're really fucking up or you're really abusing them, that's probably enough. I mean, even when I was doing I was looking at the saves, I think my Jill run had like 24 or something like that. So let's see, a large filth-encrusted jar. The only movement is the silent flicker of the candle's flame. Yeah, so you can see this whole thing has, like, almost everything here is something interactable. Can I return out? I can, good. Oh, so I was going to say earlier, full disclosure for you guys, 2 things. One, I tried to get some mods.
I'm counting on you to investigate, Chris.
You got it, Wesker.
Okay, oh yeah, Wesker is the guy with the glasses. He's like the team leader. I think he's like a police captain or something like that, and S.T.A.R.S is a special tactics and rescue service for the Raccoon City Police Department. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so, of course, first thing, I have tried to run some mods on this. And the two have run each other through. The path to your destiny will open. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, I've tried to install some mods in here, and then they all just failed. They were mostly... One of them was an upscaling texture mod. It was using AI, like deep learning or something like that, to try to upscale all the textures in the background. Because all of these textures are actually fixed, well, virtually all of them are. It's a pretty simple process, apparently, but for some reason it wasn't installing right. The other one is that because of the fact that this game has really back-asswards puzzle logic, I do have a guide here, and I will be using it sometimes when I get stuck. I don't want to. Some of the puzzles I'll remember, and like some things I know I won't really necessarily need until much, much later, but yeah, this... I'm gonna need it at some point. Like up here, for example, this is just an item that we can take. Will we take the emblem? No, I'm not gonna take the emblem because we don't need it right now. And actually, I think the last time I tried to play this, I ended up soft-locking my game. So one of the things that really sucks about this is that you can't drop items. So if I pick up, like, too much ammo or something, and I have all 6 of these full, but if I do that before I've found an interactable, like, storage container, they're called item boxes, you actually are just fucked. I had to sit there and I had to waste, like, 30 or 45 pistol rounds just to be able to pick up the key or whatever I needed to progress. So we're looking to investigate a gunshot. Let me see. Do I have, okay, oh, right bumper is my map. Oh, yeah, and then this was, this game has any hallway that's red, there's actually an item that we need to get in there still. There's something missing. Now, sadly, emblem of armor is carved into the lock. That's where this game is going to become a little bit frustrating. For some fucking reason, they don't update the map with the types of locks you need. This game has one of those really classic survival horror things where different types of locks need different types of keys. So I'd imagine going through oh, it's locked. Emblem of a sword, okay. Yeah, I mean, imagine going through a game that's like, you need a red, blue, or yellow key card, and there's a shitload of locked doors, and it doesn't tell you which, and there's no color coding or anything on the doors. That's where this game, honestly, that's probably going to be the most frustrating thing, because it's just going to be so much back and forthing for me. I'm going to have to just go around and figure it out. Ah, yes, this scene. The classic, like... This, I think, was a lot of people's first introduction to survival horror. And their first introduction to the zombies. So, because of the fact that Chris only has a knife, we're going to say fuck that and leave, because the knife is basically worthless. Especially with Chris. The knife is kind of good if you can shoot zombies, and what they'll do is they'll actually, like, hit the floor. They'll end up, yeah, they'll, like, fall down, and then you can go up and stab them a few times. At least on normal difficulty, it wasn't really ever worth it with Jill. Okay, so let's see. Where'd everybody go?
Wesker? Jill? Where did they go?
Oh, thank God, somebody left me a gun. Well, I take the handgun. Yeah, for those of you who are also like me and you like to learn about your gun knowledge, that is actually a custom Beretta 92 called the Samurai Edge. And it's actually in lore. There we go. We can rotate around. A S.T.A.R.S custom automatic fires 9mm rounds. Okay. Actually, did that have something else below it? I feel like there's a... I don't know, that little arrow. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, it's there's a bunch of customization things that go into it, and I guess it was something by the police department to give their like special unit some sort of a special handgun. This game is such a throwback too. I mean, just in terms of like police procedure, in terms of how things are done, who interacts with what. I mean, this game is like a real... I guess I'll just call it a classic, just because of, yeah, how much stuff, you know, how they used to do things back in the day. Now, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to wander around looking at every single item, because for the most part, it's almost all just flavor text. Will we take the dagger? Yes, and there we go. So that, emergency evade using defensive items such as dagger, allow you to escape momentarily when grabbed. Yeah, and it only works when they're in the front. Okay. You must use LB... Oh, okay, yeah, so I think that's a controller setting, but you can see in there, yep, we have either, like, flash grenades or we have the knives. I'm pretty sure this is set to automatic mode, but if it's not, I'll just test it and I'll see. I won't hit left bumper whenever we get attacked first. Alright, so let's go on this way. Oh boy, and here we go. So this is Chris's actual first real encounter with a zombie. Okay, Chris, you want to back up, buddy? What? Okay, there we go. And now I actually need to get the fuck out of here because I want to try to get that thing locked in there for now, because that zombie is going to be a pain in the ass later. You might have noticed too there was something actually hiding in the upper portion of that statue. Let's see if I did this right. If not, I'll just have to go ahead and I'll have to kill this thing and I'll deal with it later, but yeah, I want to get that item. So let's see. Maybe the kill actually worked. Nope, it didn't. Okay, god damn it. Yeah, that camera switching thing is actually going to be a real problem, but it'll be a problem for me later. Okay, Chris, come on, buddy. I need you to move. Okay, so. Oh, interesting. So I don't know if you noticed that, yeah, I don't know if you noticed that my gun, that's what I'm trying to say, automatically aimed for the target. That's a specific setting, if I remember, that you can actually change later on. I'm going to keep on hitting start to go to my menu, I think. So I hope you guys like seeing that display question screen, because you're going to see a lot of it. Okay, let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, you can go ahead and that's about the only use that I have for the knife right now, is that you can actually test if a zombie is dead. Or, I'm sorry, an undead, because I know some people don't really like the use of the word zombie as basically the same phrasing. Alright, so let's see. What was map of the first floor of the mansion? Hell yes, and there you go. You can see how big of a place this is. And this isn't like, this is a minimum fraction of the map. Okay, we got the map of the mansion, and now I think we need to go... Okay, this is locked. It has a sword emblem. Was there anything else back here? I'm pretty sure, no, just various art supplies, okay. And I don't think in this game enemies drop ammo. Oh, that stupid woman drawing water, okay. Yeah, that stupid, the camera change, the fixed camera change, that's going to cause some real problems for me. Alright, well, there we go. We got an item that's going to make my life a lot easier moving forward. So let's go see. How about down here? It's locked with an emblem of a helmet, okay. What about down this way? I'm trying to draw on what little memory I do have of this game from so long ago. Wonder what's on the other side of this door. I don't really want to know, actually. Yeah, come to think of it, I really don't want to know. I just kind of want that place to fuck off. Okay, actually, you know what? Let's go on in. Let's go find our old zombie friend. The one from, yeah, the very first one that we fought. Let's go ahead and try to put him down. For this guy, I think I'm going to try to just shoot him until he collapses. And then I'll go ahead and I will probably just knife them to death if I can. Or I'll knife them until they try to grab me. But, yeah, let's go ahead and see. I don't have a lot of ammo right now. As you saw, I only have the 9 rounds, so I need to be really careful. Because there's a couple of places that I'm going to really want to have the ammo. Oh, wait, what? Hang on, where is he? I can't really... Oh, there he is. Okay, well, fuck it. Let's not even worry about that then. If he's not going to be a problem for me... let's see. The corpse of your comrade Kenneth. It looks like he's holding something. It's a film that belonged to Kenneth. I need a video player to see what's recorded on it. Okay. Did that, son of a bitch game. Okay, that didn't actually become that. I think that became... Yeah, that became a file. Alright. And I think we can go ahead and we eventually get our hands on, like, a video camera or something later that we can use. So I guess let's just go ahead and, see what we can do. See what all is around here. Alright, nothing there. Oh, I just remembered that there's a specific mod that I need to go ahead... Hello, is that pistol ammo? Oh, fuck yes. There's actually a particular mod that I think I need to go ahead and, hang on, what button is it? Okay, aiming and B reloads. Yeah, there's a particular mod. There is a certain enemy type in this game that I actually got rid of because I wasn't gonna fucking deal with it. For those of you who know me, you know the part I'm talking about. I have to try to remember. Well, actually, was that might have been before I did a fresh Windows 7 install. That might not be here. But yeah, for those of you who God damn it, who know about some of the things that I really don't like in games, or just don't like in general, yeah, you probably know the enemy I'm talking about, the area of the game I'm talking about. Yeah, not really looking forward to it, because that place is fucking awful. I completely forgot that I'd removed that. Alright, so let's see, where are we now? We are in... Oh, okay, we're in, like, the West Side Mansion 2nd floor. Oh, you're so fucking alive. I'm not even gonna fucking sit here and pretend. I mean, I need to, like, rebind my keys. Or my, not my keys, my controller. Because this actually might be the first game on the channel that I've done with a controller. Okay. Let's see, is there a... I heard somebody over there. Yeah, I heard a zombie. Yeah, there we go, and you can actually see him coming around the corner. So, fuck it, let's actually go ahead and just check here. Yeah, this is going to be a really inefficient playthrough. So if you guys don't... Yeah, for those of you who are really familiar with the game, again, really sorry. This is probably going to be immensely painful for you. Okay, so... Yeah, here we are. There is... May whoever takes this emblem find peace in death. Okay, will I take the mansion key? You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and take it. And now... some bad things start to happen, yes. So for some reason, when we use this key, bad things start to happen. So let me actually just really quickly, I want to... Okay, there's an engraving of armor. So I actually need to go ahead and I need to use this and I need to put it back. For whatever reason, taking the key off lowers this. Now, I know that there actually is a story reason for this that the game talks about later. But, yeah, we'll learn about that in due time. So, we can't quite grab that key yet. We need to find something... I'll move a helmet, okay. We need to find something that we can use to put in its place. So, we'll eventually get to that. I still don't really know why we can't just, like, shatter the pieces off there or something. That seems like that'd be my solution. Yeah, just break the mechanism. And here we are. There's an inscription on the shield, death is only the beginning. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure death is actually just death. Like, you're dead. I mean, I guess, yeah, if there's, like, for, like, the people that are religious, it's obviously different, but... Okay. This fucking... These fucking camera angles are gonna be the death of me. Okay, so I'm actually really quickly gonna go over this way. And let's, Oh, this is getting fucking ridiculous. Yeah, let me go ahead and let me... Really? Only 2 shots to kill you? I don't believe that for a second. Alright. Now, you might also notice, too, there's a bunch of these, like, green herbs and shit that I'm kind of just leaving around in other places. You saw it outside, where there was that one corpse when I was talking about the enemies that I got rid of with the mod. I'm leaving those because right now I quite literally don't have the... I don't have the capacity in my inventory to take care of them. What I'll probably be doing is... This lock from the other side, okay. Yeah, what I will probably be doing is in between some of the recordings, what I'll do is I'll go around and I'll just, like, collect random bullshit that's out there. So stuff like, you know, if there's shotgun shells that I can't pick up, or, you know, if there was, like, a thing of ammo like this that I couldn't get. I'll just do those in between the episodes, and then I'll maybe use that time to kind of map things out a little better. So let's see, what are you? You are a golden arrow. And the status... Okay, so this is the game telling me that this is the first item we need to actually really look at. So what we can do is we can actually examine items. And depending on where you examine them, like if we examine here, the arrowhead looks like it can be removed. And there we go, we have an arrowhead. The arrowhead is made from peridot, sometimes referred to as a poor man's emerald. Certain items, depending on where you interact with them, they'll actually change things. So like if it's a book, for example, you can look at the title of the book and it might say... Lock from the other side, okay. Well, it hopefully won't say lock from the other side, but it might say like, oh, it's a book on this guy's mansion or whatever. It's a book on his diary or his plans or something. And then you can actually open up the book if you look at the pages. It's a kind of neat little system. I like it. And I know some other games have actually emulated it as well. Alright, so let's see. Okay, we have a zombie hanging out down there. Let's, this one's locked with an emblem of a sword. Okay. Nothing too terrible. Oh, hello. Ah, nice. Yeah, we have another dagger. I don't remember if there's a cap on how many of those you can carry. I don't think there is. And if there is, it's like 5. It's like 3 or 5 or something. I don't quite remember, but it's a significant number. All right. So let's see. Now, I think one of the good things about this particular like style of a map is that it will tell you when you enter a room which doors are locked versus open. So anything that's blue or gray is something that in theory is openable. Anything red is currently locked. So yeah. Oh, and then there's this here. That little reflection, the first time I played this, actually startled the hell out of me. I thought it was like a zombie or something about to charge through the window. But no, it was not. It was in fact just my reflection. That's an emblem of armor. And this is a emblem of a sword. Okay. Yeah, so you can see there's a shitload of stuff that we're going to need to mess with. And finally, we have this door here. So getting that, I think it's the item out here that we're going to get. I think this is where I had soft-locked the game, so I had looked all over the place, and a lot of people had pissed and moaned like I did about not being able to actually drop items. The only solution that existed was to just sit there and shoot ammo away, and it really sucked to do that. Locked from the other side, okay. Yeah, so this is actually part of the mansion first floor. It's an outdoor area. Okay, so let's go down here. And 2 things that we can do. So right straight ahead you can see there's like a bit of a gravestone with a cupid above it. That's actually going to be where we use the emerald. Down here is actually going to be some shotgun shells, if I remember. I'm not going to take them because I don't remember exactly how much space we need. I think I had that, and then I think I had like one other item or something that I'd pick. Oh, I think it was the ink ribbons. Yeah, so I wasn't able to pick up whatever we were doing. Yeah, so tomb engraved with a picture of an angel, an indentation in the shape of an arrowhead. Well, there we go. It happened again. So let's go ahead and use you. Now, this is about as simple as the puzzles are going to get. There's a lot of fucking weird ones in this game. I mean, like, this game is basically the trope codifier for just weird bullshit nonsense puzzles. Alright, so let's head on down into the weird creepy dungeon that somebody isolated. And let's go take a look. What do we have? A statue of the hole where the eyes should be. A statue of the holes where the eye, nose, and mouth should be. A statue of the hole where the nose should be, and a statue of the hole where the mouth should be. That's going to be a puzzle later, but the important thing is that right there. That's going to be a problem for later. But now, we need to get a book that fit, the Book of Curses, that fit perfectly on the indentation there. And we need to... Let's go ahead and give it a quick check. It's entitled The Book of Curses. Wait, oh, there we go. There's a key embedded in the back cover. Will we remove it? Yes. And we got a mansion key. And now the Book of Curses opens. Alright, so the Book of Curses, the 4 masks. A mask that speaks no evil, a mask that smells no evil, a mask that sees no evil, a mask that cannot speak, smell, or see evil. When all 4 fall into place, evil will awaken. Bit on the nose, kinda campy writing, but yeah, basically when we get all 4 masks there, our friend in the coffin wakes up. And that's a bit of a problem. But we'll deal with that in the future. So actually, one other thing I want to do quick, let's examine the key. Now you are the sword key. And that's going to be really handy. And I don't even remember which ones of these had the fucking sword on them. So yeah, this is going to be a real issue. I almost wish that I could find like a standalone map, and I'm sure somebody somewhere has made one. I wish that there was a standalone map that we could go ahead and that I could find that actually had all of the instances of just the normal map, just with icons of the key. And I really wish, if I could choose one thing to change about this game, putting it on the map would be the one thing I would want. Be more than anything else, just because it's so frustrating if you don't necessarily remember every single thing. So like, now I have to go ahead, okay, yeah, so here's a sword key. But where, I think I found 2 or 3 sword keys somewhere. I know that there's a helmet, a sword, a shield, and a armor key, I want to say. Something like that. So yeah, I mean, there is just tons of bullshit. So yeah, like even here, this is an armor key. Now, I don't think that the color of these will change depending on if you have the key or not. I think it's always going to be, if it's locked from any sort of thing, it's going to show up as locked on the map. And that really just kind of gets tedious. Not a bad thing, mind you. It's not like I'm hating on the game for it, because this is one of those things that people tend to either love or hate. But I'm very firmly on team, this is more frustrating. Take the dog whistle. Let's, you know what? This is actually a key item and a crumpled memo. Today, Sir Spencer told me to hide something where no one could find it. Well, I have this idea. I figured if I could somehow have it protected by a dangerous animal like the vicious canine that lives here, no one would be able to get near it. As far as I can tell, the mud is always hanging around the second floor balcony on the west side of the terrace, and you ought to come running at the sound of a dog whistle. That's where you come in. The thing is, I reckon you're the only person that can get near that damn dog without risking a serious mauling, which means only you can put this collar on him. The object that Sir Spencer wants hidden is concealed inside. You're the only person I can trust with this. Of course, you'll get something out of it as well. Remember that certain item that you've always wanted to get hold of? Well, in exchange for your services, I just might be able to get it for you. This could work out well for both of us. John Tolman. Spencer is the guy who owns the mansion. I don't remember what his first name is, but he was one of the founders of the Umbrella Corporation, just the long-standing, I guess just company from the Resident Evil franchise. Books on various peoples of the Earth, okay. What I'm really trying to do is actually find a save point, too. Because I did a bunch of recording today, and then, oh god. Yeah, I did a bunch of recording today, and then I found out that something fucked up with the editing. Or not the editing, the actual recordings themselves, and recorded a bunch of shit at about 2 FPS. So this actually needs to get done, because if it doesn't, we won't have 3 videos out tomorrow. And that is just unacceptable. Okay. Yeah, there we go. You can see there's another zombie down there. If I remember right, one of the changes for this version of the game was that zombies could actually... I think it was that zombies could actually go upstairs or something like that. Oh, yes. No, I talked earlier about how Chris actually has a tougher time in some ways. He does have an easier time in one particular way. Chris has a higher chance of getting critical headshots, and I think what it does is it makes enemy heads actually explode. Let's go ahead and get you. No, I aim down. There we go. Come on, buddy. There we go. Yep, and I think as soon as I stop stabbing them and am able to actually get an impact, I think they're then good. And there's our healing herbs, which I'm not going to pick up right now. So, let's hop in here. I think this might be a save room. Oh, thank God it is. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to end the video here. Next time, we're going to be going around probably collecting a lot of bullshit. And then I think we're just going to fuel canteen. Oh yeah, so remember I talked about the lighter? We can actually use the fuel canteen, and what we can do is we can actually burn corpses. And what that does, let's see. Fuel canteen, you can carry with you fuel to light a few times using a lighter. Yeah, that will prevent zombies from actually coming back from the dead. And here is our... yeah, here we go. Oh, okay, yeah, so the game actually does spawn you with a couple of things here, so I'm actually going to get rid of you, get rid of the knife, and I'll actually get rid of the fuel canteen for now. And then let's take out the ink ribbon. But yeah, so we got a lot of stuff that we need to do next time. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you next time.